Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The World Gone Crazy, economically, that is. I want to talk about why just everything that's going on in the world right now, why Bitcoin is our last chance to protect our wealth. Bitcoin is the future. If you ask me, I'm going to lay out a case for it. But the way I see the world economy is crumbling right now and the direction that it's headed in, we need something that's stable, something that's going to retain our wealth, something that we can believe in, something that can't be controlled, and that is Bitcoin. So before I get into that though, if you find any of your content of value, of substance, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I come out with new content. So let's get into it. Normally, I start off with, doom and gloom. Today, I'm going to do something different. And trust me, I don't do doom and gloom or talk about doom and gloom just because I want to. Because in order to invest, you kind of have to know what the risks are out there and you got to prepare for it. But today I'm going to do something different. We're going to start with Shaq and we're going to hit up a little bit good news right now. Walmart, one of the largest, if not the biggest American retailer, is their CTO just announced that they are into crypto and they believe crypto is the future. He's a younger guy. He's been around for about several years rather. And, he sees the future and he sees that in the future, this is the way transactions will occur. So Walmart, one of the biggest retailers in the country, is embracing crypto. And I think that's a very positive thing. Next, we have BNY Mellon, one of the oldest and one of the largest custodial banks out there. Due to the demand of all their wealthy clients or just regular clients of crypto, now they're offering custody services for crypto. Now, if you know, like I know, if you're watching this channel, you don't want a bank holding your crypto. You just put it on a cold storage or something like that, cold wallet. But it's good that, the banks are acknowledging, they know that the population wants it, the public wants it, and, their antennas are up, so they're into it. Next, we have MasterCard, the big credit card company here, helping banks to offer crypto trading. So it's launching a program to let financial institutions offer crypto trading to their clients. The payments will act as a bridge between Paxos, a crypto trading platform already being used by PayPal, and banks. The MasterCard program will handle regulatory, compliance, and security issues, the two core reasons banks cite to avoid the asset class. So, it's a bridge. I think it's good. People always say crypto is risky and all of that. And I think MasterCard, this program that they're implementing here, if they can offer the security and it's successful, and I think more, it only add to the adoption. That's all I think. But this is good news. I put this in the good news category. Next, we have Bitcoin. 940 million is pulled off the exchanges. It was pulled off of Coinbase. 940 million. So that's either, a bank, Michael Saylor, who knows, Elon, somebody. But it's being pulled off exchanges, which could only, help the case for Bitcoin. Now, it didn't impact the price much, probably because it was OTC market and not pulled directly from the exchange. But still, people recognize the value of crypto, especially Bitcoin. They're holding on to it. They don't want Coinbase or anyone having custody of it. They want to take control of their future. Next, we have Yeezy. Yeezy's in the news, but lately not for the good things, not for good things. Wish he was in the news for his good music and the way he used to be, but it is what it is. We all grow, I guess. So basically, JP Morgan and the big bank and Yeezy Inc., his company, are severing their business relationship. And I believe in November 2022, they're going to give him time to transfer his account and move his money. And people are, have various reasons as to why, but he has been criticizing JP Morgan publicly due to their business practices and saying he's not granted access to talk to the CEO, Jamie Dimon, whatever. But as you can see on my thumbnail, I don't know if this plays into it, but he was wearing a Satoshi hat. So does Yeezy believe in Bitcoin? He's a pretty smart man. He's been very successful economically, financially. So maybe he is into Bitcoin, but positive for the space, if you ask me. In other good news, we have Bitcoin addresses in the whales holding up to 1.9 billion worth of Bitcoin has reached a 20-month high. So the whales are not selling. They know the importance of this digital asset and they know the store value, they know the potential, and they're not getting rid of it. If they're holding on, you and I should aspire to, we won't get this much, but once we attain the 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoins, whatever it is, we hold on to it. It's a store of value. It's not meant to be traded, although, you have the Lightning Network that supports fast transactions, but this is mainly just to protect your wealth. And this is very positive in my opinion. Now let's get into the FUD. We got the fear and greed index is still in extreme fear. And the things that I'm going to talk about that follows this kind of supports what's going on. Just globally, we have a lot of craziness happening, a lot of instability financially, and the future looks pretty bleak, to say the least. But this is all about being positive. Bitcoin, we want to DCA into Bitcoin, protect our wealth into your favorite crypto projects. And I believe there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But right now in the market, we're at extreme fear levels. I would say extreme fear equals good bargains. Time to get into the market. You get in at good prices and you just DCA into it. Google Trends. We are officially in the bear market. Google Trends, you can see that right now. No one's taking a look at crypto. If you're on my channel now, you're just, you're into crypto for the long run. You're not a retail investor. And maybe you are and you just want to learn about it. But, kudos to you. But overall, the retail guys are gone. You can look at this chart here and just see that it's just been going down, down, down. And right now we're in a bear market, so it's to be expected. And we look at the searches for Bitcoin as well. Right now people aren't on it. For some reason, retail gets into Bitcoin when it's high as hell. When it's 69,000, that's when everyone wants to get into Bitcoin. But right now, when it's low, there's no interest. The objective is to always buy low, sell high. But retail wants to buy high, sell low. No good. So what's going on in the world news? So we have UK Prime Minister, Miss Liz Truss. She has resigned today, only 6 weeks. And she fell out of favor because she came in and she just proposed these tax cuts. And everyone was like, okay, that sounds great, but where's the money coming from? Where's it coming from? And there was no really clear plan as to how she was going to do this. Although it kind of came to light that the rich would get tax cuts and then they would increase the taxes on the middle class and, the not so affluent people. And that does not make sense, and if it's not going to come from taxes, where's it going to come? They're going to print more money. So she fell out of favor and she's gone. Already, UK has high inflation. Fuel costs during this cold winter is going to go up high. It's not going to help the inflation numbers. So right now she fell out of favor and who knows is going to replace her. But, just not good economics for Liz Truss. And so she had a short tenure and she is gone. Next, we have Japan. The yen falls to its weakest level since 1990. Right after the the Prime Minister announced his resignation. And, the main reason, the catalyst behind this, no one is buying Japanese bonds. No one's buying them. Also, their inflation's, I think, 3% year over year. So it's not that bad, but they're cutting interest rates. Everywhere else, they're, rising, trying to fight inflation. Japan, they're just cutting. So you have, no one really talks about the Japanese economy. But even them, they're suffering as well. So you got UK, you got Japan, you have Turkey with over 80% inflation, and they're cutting rates for whatever reason, I don't know. But that's just a small sample of what's going on globally. Next in the crypto world, we have Aptos. Aptos had their token released this week. It was billed as a Solana killer. I even talked about it on this channel. However, their release did not go as planned. Now, currently, I believe it's 50% less than what the amount was when it was released. VCs held a lot of the tokens, so they made their money. They were saying how they were Solana killers and their TPS could be high, comparable to Solana. Currently is running at 31 TPS, so it's not comparable. And they had some hiccups. Releasing in the bear market, and not to mention they have a $2 billion valuation for, a project that's not really been tested yet. As you can see, they already have issues. So be careful. You're going to have some projects that, say they can do this, they can do that. But, you got to look at that valuation. If it's a high valuation and they really haven't been battle tested, then you kind of have to be cautious about it. And also, I'm not a big person of, getting in the tokens when they're released. I always let things play out, see what's going on afterwards, and then I'll make a decision after that. So that is Aptos for you. Then we have IMF. IMF's basically saying, that, 2023, basically globally, we're going to be in global recession. And, we talked about some of the things on this channel before, but, they're saying that they lowered their global growth rate to 2.7 for the next year and warned of sovereign defaults on debt and forecast recession and gloom for the markets. I can't say that I disagree. The way things are going with inflation globally and what's happening, we just got to prepare ourselves for it. Jamie Dimon is also on the bandwagon. He says the same thing. I shouldn't say bandwagon, but he sees the signs. He sees the global growth being cut. He sees what's going on in the U.S., 2/4 of negative GDP, and the writing's on the wall. So, we have the smartest minds. They look at numbers. They see what's going on globally. They handle funds all the time. They see what's happening. And we have Jeff Bezos. He's also saying the same thing. He said batten down the hatches. He sees what's happening globally. And Amazon, his company. If there's any company that's a good barometer as to what's going on, financially in the world, Amazon would be it. They have their hands in everything as far as entertainment, as far as e-commerce. They know what's happening and they see it. And they're, abandoning some of their projects. They're abandoning a couple of their robotics projects. They're abandoning some of their virtual reality projects. And they're slowing or freezing hiring altogether until the end of the year. So they see the writing on the wall. They see what's happening and they're preparing for it. So what does all of this mean for me and you? Right now, we are so fortunate, and this is an opportunity of a lifetime to have Bitcoin under $20,000. When the world catches on and they recognize that their fiat is not worth the paper that it's on and it's just diminishing over time, and people recognize the value of Bitcoin, how, it can't be controlled, how you can walk around the border or go across a border and have millions of dollars on you and just on a piece of paper or your cold wallet. When the millionaires recognize that there's value in Bitcoin and these millionaires start investing in Bitcoin, what do you think is going to happen to the price? The price is going to skyrocket. So right now, while the world is sleeping, this is the time you and I need to DCA into this asset. It's been a gift and we should really take this seriously. I truly believe that there will be some time in our lifetime that when Bitcoin will be worth $1 million or more. So I want you guys just to take a look, be around, look at the crypto channel, see what's happening. Everyone's walking around, maybe not paying attention, looking at Kim Kardashian news or Yeezy news and not really focused on what's happening in the world. If you're watching this channel, I appreciate you and, you're concerned and you're thinking about your financial future. And I truly believe that Bitcoin is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And right now is the time that we should be DCAing into this project. It's the best. So hope you like the content. And if you do, please hit that like button. And if you find anything of value with this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and please hit that notification bell. I hope you guys stay safe. And until next time, later.